Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Psychic TV International. My name is Harry T, and it is Saturday, the 9th of November. Good to see everyone. Just realised something. It's not going to tell me anyone's name. That's a little bit annoying. I've just had to log in from another account, but everyone's saying Facebook user, Facebook user, Facebook user. Good night, Facebook user. Hello, Harry. I don't know who these people are. Look. Why is it showing me that? Facebook user, hi, Harry T. Why is it? Can everyone see what I'm seeing? Why does it say that? Facebook user, hi, Harry. I hope you're feeling better. How interesting is that? It's showing me everyone's name is Facebook user. Hello, Harry. Is that bizarre? Is that the most bizarre thing? I wonder why that's happening. Facebook user has said, pleased to see you, Harry T. I have no idea who these people are. Facebook user, hello, lovely Harry T. Are you better? Can everyone see this, or is this just me? That's why I'm bringing them onto the screen. So I'm not imagining this. I'm pulling them up so you can see what I'm seeing. Is that the most bizarre thing? Is that... Look at this. Facebook user, it's me, Jocelyn. This is hilarious. Okay, so I have a question. Can you all see on your end? Hold on, I have an idea. You know what? Scratch this. I've got an idea. I'll go onto the Facebook page and read your comments on Facebook, and let me see if I can see it that way. That's bizarre. Okay, so I can see you on the live stream, but on my end, you're all popping up as Facebook user with no photo, and all of your names are Facebook user. How bizarre. Anyway, I just wanted you to see my end. That is the weirdest thing. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to ignore... I'm going to work differently. I'm going to ignore that, and I'm going to have to look at my phone so I can see who it is. So let me see. So we've got, hey, Jocelyn, hey, Robert, hi, Anne, hi, Kerry, hi, Diane, hi, Junior, hello, Nicole. That's the only way I can know who I'm talking to. That is very funny. All right, so as I said, I'm going to ignore what I can see. How do I remove this? Okay. Hold on one second. Everyone like and share this video and talk amongst yourselves. Let me just message someone. Hold on. Can you guys see what I see too? Or is it just me? Okay. Bizarre. All right. So let me look at my phone. Okay. So how is everyone doing? Hold on. I see it too. Yeah, weird. Is it like that on your end as well? It's all Facebook user. There's no photo for everyone. Okay, perfect. So, so on our end, everyone is seeing the same thing on the production. So I'm going to just do it like this. So I'm going to have to ignore the screen because everyone's saying Facebook. It literally is all Facebook user. So let me just look at my phone. So I won't be able to pull your comments on the screen, that means, because obviously I can't, because you're all Facebook user. So I'll have to ignore that. So we'll do it a little bit differently tonight. So thank you all for your wishes. I wasn't well, and to be honest with you, I'm still recovering, but I am on with you tonight, which is great. And I'll also be on next Saturday as well. So because you didn't have me for my usual, I'm doing tonight, and then I'll do next week, which is my usual. So to make up for it. So how is everyone? Okay, I'm going to have to really ignore that. I don't know how to hide this screen because I keep looking over and you all have Facebook user. Just to show you, by the way. Facebook user, please, what's the time in Australia? The time is, it's now 8:05 p.m. So this is what my production side looks like. So I'm going to have to ignore that, and I'm going to have to keep looking down on my phone to see how you guys are all seeing it. Okay, let me see. So basically, if you would like a reading, just like and share this video, and in the comment section, let us know that you've liked and shared, and include your question. This is going to be pretty tricky for me to do because I'm going to have to keep staring down and also up. but I've got no other choice. Unless we don't do any readings and we just have chats to our guests, we could do that as well. What do you guys think? So let's figure it out. I'll figure it out. Let me bring on our guests and have a little chat to them. All right. Hey, Ben.
Oh, g'day, Harry. How you going, mate?
Can you see what I'm seeing as well?
No, since I'm on my phone, I can't see any of the.
So you're the wrong person to ask. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So, that's fine. You're the wrong person to ask. So So the good thing for you is you can't see the comments anyway. So that's good.
Yeah.
But for some weird reason, our production side, everything is Facebook user. It's the weirdest thing. So I can only see people's names and photos when I actually look at the Facebook Live. So I'm on it as another account, reading people's comments as they go. It's going to be a little bit. This is going to be tricky because I'm not going to be able to pull anyone's comments or anything. So, because everyone writes comments, they all go. And when you're on a phone, you can't actually go backwards. So this is going to This is actually going to be pretty tricky for me to do. I don't know how I'm going to do it.
We'll be
right. Because when people write their comments on the feed that I have access to, it disappears. So I'm not going to be able to. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Anyway, let's bring on Chantal and let's just chat. Hi, Chantal.
Hey, Chantal.
Chantal, you've got to unmute. Unmute.
It's always me that does things like that. Hi, how are you guys?
Can I ask you a question? Is it on your end, Facebook user as well?
I saw it on the production, and
me too.
It's got no faces, no names.
No name. Isn't that weird? I've never seen this before.
It is weird, but I can see it on the phone. But I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, but me too. So on the phone, but not our production side. So we can't log into the phone. It'll have the same thing. I can only see people's names when I go on as my Harry T Facebook page and I go on to Psychic TV Australia International's Facebook page. That's how I can see it. Otherwise, there's no way. So guys, we're going to have to do something else tonight because I don't think it's going to work. So we're going to... if you guys can ask us some questions, not about yourselves, because there's no way I'm going to be able to monitor it, because people are going to get upset with this, because every fourth comment, then the comments disappear on this phone. So we're not going to really be able to do readings tonight. So instead, we can chat amongst all of us. And we'll chat amongst us because I'm not going to be able to pull any comments up. So instead of asking some reading, actually, also you might need to repeat your questions or like things because everyone's disappearing. I've lost, everyone keeps disappearing. So if you want to have a little chat amongst us, let us know. And we will, if we can get to some readings, we'll try, but you're all disappearing. So this is just way too hard. So, I will do my best to get to some, but we'll just do that. Okay. Yeah, but I don't know who they are. So that's the problems. I can start them as well, but I can't. So I'm just talking to production. I don't know who it is. And on the phone, it disappears because my Harry T, looking at Psychic TV Live, it doesn't let me keep up with the comments because as they come in, they disappear. So I can't really, I don't know who you're starring. That's the only problem. So I can star them, but we've got no idea who we're talking to. So yeah, anyway, so we'll do our best. So Ben, tell us a little bit more about your work and stuff.
Excellent. Thanks, Harry. Well, you know, obviously I'm a psychic medium and I've been on this show for a little while now. So we do past, present and future, and we do mediumship, which is links into your loved ones. And what I do, I say a prayer, and I've been doing this for a little while now. This is my 9th year as a professional medium. And so, yeah, I do stage shows. And actually, talking about that, I've got a show coming up. I've got one in Orange next Saturday. So if you're new Orange, have a look on my Facebook page and you'll see that there. And in December, I'm doing a show with Florence King and Rhonda Kelly. So if you go to Rhonda's page or my page or even Florence King's page, you'll see the show there. So so I've been doing this for a while, and obviously Chantal and I, we do readings on the phone and stuff like that. So tonight, if you miss out on this live feed, you can also ring us to after the show, and we're quite happy to do the readings for you. So tonight was just about snippets of readings, and so obviously we're not going to do that, but we're going to try to do something anyway, and ask questions about development, and ask questions about how the spirit world works, and the three of us will answer those questions the best way we possibly can. Thanks, Harry.
This is hilarious. I just want to show the viewers what we see on the production side. So Facebook user says, "I'll be at that show. Can't wait." I have no idea who that is. Facebook user is coming. Facebook user, can we comment? Well, I don't know who you are, but I guess you can. But you're all looking the same. This is hilarious. Oh, this is a nice person. Facebook user. Hi, Harry T. So glad to have you back hosting. Hello to Benjamin and Chantal. Hello, whoever you are.
Thank you.
Yeah, so I'm glad that everyone can see what we see. So unfortunately, Facebook user said, "It's me, Cherie." Hi, Cherie.
Oh,
Cherie. Unfortunately, Cherie, we have some production problems tonight, and none of us can actually see who is who, and that's what we are seeing. So I've had to go on to my Harry T Facebook phone thing to keep up with people, but that's impossible because every 4 comments they disappear. So I can't really do that either. So I'm just gonna chat amongst our guests, and we'll see what we can do that way. Because you're not gonna really be able to. What's this? Why are our names coming up like that? It was Cameron who said that. Oh, hi, Cameron. Nice to see you. Unfortunately, we're having a production issue. So from our end, this is what it looks like. So the reason I'm pulling them up is so you guys know that, unfortunately for us, this is what we are seeing. So at least on the viewers' end, they can all see each other. They can comment amongst one another because I, on my Harry T page, can see that. So I can see what they see. But on our end, this is what we see. So unfortunately, we're not going to really be able to do readings tonight. So we will just basically ask questions that may be more generic about spirituality, because even though you're all Facebook user, it'll relate to everyone. So I'm not going to know who's asking what, but at least that way we can get to maybe some information that people might want to know about, not about themselves.
Make it an educational show.
Educational show. Exactly. Let's do more of an educational show. So all of you out there who are watching, please just ask some questions that are more educational about spirituality, and we can address that. And unfortunately, we might not be able to address you by name, but we'll address all of you collectively. All of you are Facebook users tonight. Okay, so Chantal, darling, can you tell us a little bit more about you?
A little bit about myself.
Yes,
you want to know?
Yes,
Fine.
please.
First of all, Harry, I'm glad that you're doing great.
Thank you, darling.
And it's nice to see you again, Ben. We haven't worked in a while, and I feel good. I feel great. I'm pretty much, a psychic medium. I do see spirits who are somehow connected to you. I will describe them, how they lived in the physical form. So I'll give you evidence, obviously. And once we have that connection, it's not only about, understanding that they like something that like the color blue, and then we keep going, light blue, yellow, deeper blue. No, it's about giving you a message. And most of them, and the messages that come through really give you a bit of clarity and peacefulness for those who are grieving through the hard time. And I'm also a counsellor. So with that skill, when I do my readings, I kind of, we put them all together, and it just works so beautifully with all that. I travel a lot. I do a lot for China, believe it or not. I think I told you that last time, Harry. I've got a lady who interprets everything for us. And the other thing is that if you're in Melbourne, Harry, I finally got into the Mind Body Spirit Festival in Melbourne.
Oh, fantastic. Yay, that's fantastic news.
I hope I get to see you and say hello. Even just a little wave.
I'm not going to be I won't be at the November one. That's coming up, isn't it?
Yeah, it's coming up. It's next week.
Amazing. So make sure you go and visit Chantal at the Melbourne Mind Body Spirit.
I'll be in Block B or Stand B, whatever they call it, 37.
B37. So if you're in Melbourne, go to B37 and see Chantal. She's fabulous. And you will have an amazing time at the Melbourne Mind Body Spirit Festival.
Absolutely.
Okay, so let's start off with this. It's Facebook user. Again, this is the best that we can do. But And don't worry about the whole sharing and liking thing. I mean, we would love you to like and share this, of course. Please like and share this video. But obviously, your the comment rule and how we do it, it's just going to be all different tonight. So scratch the rules. It's going to be a different show tonight. But please like this video and please share this video so other people can see it. But don't worry about making your question and comments how we normally do it, because you can't ask about yourself tonight because we don't know who you are. So anyway, so Facebook user has said, so the question is, what would mediums do? What should mediums do when they experience a plateau or feel stuck in their development? That's a really good question. Whoever you are. So do you want to do you want to both answer this? What do you reckon? It's a good question.
Yeah, I would love to. So Ben, you go first, darling. Yeah, go.
Okay, yeah, thanks, Chantal. Well, that's happened to all of us, and what that means is that when you have a plateau or things aren't working, to me personally, that's a good thing because it's a growth thing. You're feeling uncomfortable, you're learning again, you're pushing your boundaries, and so you're starting to think differently. The spirit world it's like they're rewarding you for learning so much that they're changing it up again. It happened to me just recently where I go direct in the audience and I bring this through, and all of a sudden I'm not seeing spirit in my mind or in that. It just changed. Now I'm sensing, I'm feeling, and so to me that's a good thing. It's not a bad thing because to me it means that you're growing. It's like a growth thing, and I take it as a positive thing because you don't want to be one dimension. And if you see spirit, that's fantastic. If you hear spirit, that's fantastic. How about tasting, or how about seeing it or feeling it in a different way? And because not every spirit that comes through works the same. So the more your awareness spreads out every time you grow, the more spirits could come through and you can pick up in a different way, because one spirit will come through something else and show you and maybe be very verbal, and the next one might be just all pictures. So when it's a plateau, that means that to me personally that you're growing, and to me I would say to spirit, I'm learning so much, I'm going to expand and go with it. And
I like that.
100%. I 100% agree.
What about you, Chantal?
Yeah, I totally agree with Ben, and it's happened to all of us. As we grow mediumistically, we start learning different things and abilities that come through that weren't there before. Prior to that, I used to see them with, the third eye, I could describe, but now, like you, Ben, I feel them more, but it's more telepath now. So I know what happened. They tell me and they take me to a scenario of like a movie. And now I describe that to the people that I see. And they do show you a bit of the past to understand what's happening now. If that makes any sense, where that changed. Before I could see it differently. And like you said, I love it. It's a growth. And I'm thinking to myself, oh, okay, this is new to me. So I'm taking it and being grateful for spirit for showing me. But I also sit there comfortably. I don't let it get me upset. I don't get stressed about it. Yeah, everything comes at its time when it's meant to be. You will see things differently when it's meant to be. So don't rush yourself. Don't sit there and wonder why. Just say, oh, okay, that's interesting. It's happened differently.
Nice.
And see it that way. If that does that make sense?
I like it. I like it. Very good.
Yeah.
So we've just let everyone know. So hi all, as we are having technical issues with the comments tonight, no personal questions please tonight. Ask spiritual questions that you might be curious about. And that way, obviously, it's not only a change, everyone can relate to it. And also, we don't know who you are because of our situation. So, yes, which is so weird that I can see our own name. Isn't this the most bizarre thing? This is us, and it doesn't say Facebook user, but we don't see anything else. It's the most bizarre thing. Okay, awesome. Okay, let's go with another question from, okay, we've just done you. Okay. We've got a question from production. How do you ground and protect yourselves? Do you have any specific routines or rituals? That's a great question, production.
I love it. I personally step back a bit and allow myself to have my own space. I don't, when I ground myself, that's pretty much it. I don't want to burn out, because sometimes we try too much and it's not meant to be at the time. So Spirit know, they say, listen, you're learning here, we're teaching you something on the way. So rushing ourselves into what we want to know, what we want to get, psychically, yeah, we can see that. What we need to do is allow for the universe, Spirit, to unfold it for us in its own time. I normally take baths with a lot of salt, just to clear myself. And it's funny because I come out so like this, so stretched, and I go, God, I wish I was like that forever. But then it starts cracking, nice and white. My hair goes curly and stiff. So make sure that you have a shower, continue washing it out. And I also put a little bit of lavender. So when I'm in the bath, because Harry, I'm really impatient. Okay, now I want to get out. So when I'm in, I put a bit of lavender candle, and I really do enjoy the moment without thinking it, if that makes sense, trying to blank my mind and respect that space. I do sleep a lot. I have to admit, I sleep a lot. And that's what your body needs as well, to rest. So how do you ground yourself? Is step back a little bit. That is how I do it personally. And just go back to your trees, go back to the ocean. I'm very blessed to live here in Brisbane, where I can just get a ferry. And last week, I was at Tangalooma Island, and I grounded myself there because I went for swim with fishes. I went, and things. That's all nature, getting in contact with nature, but without knowing what you're doing. Just do it.
Nice. Okay, Ben, do you want to go as well?
100%. Like Chantal said, sometimes you got to pull back and have some time for yourself. It's just like with everything. It's just like with work. Yeah. The same thing, you need to take some time, some personal time, and whatever that is for you, you've just got to work out what it is for you. And for me, it's just going for a bike ride in the bush and stuff like that, or spending some time with my kids and things like that. That's how I would ground myself, or just watching a movie. About the protection thing, I think with the protection thing, that's something where, as a medium, when we start to learn and develop, we get taught that you've got to put a bubble of energy around you and stuff like that. I feel like that you don't need to, because if you're working with the right intention, you don't need to this protection stuff, because your spirit team are there. Behind the scenes, they do all the work. I'm just delivering the messages. So with the protection thing, I think that if you're working with the right intention, you say the right prayer, and you're doing it for the right reasons, I don't think you need protection, so to speak. Your spirit team will look after you, if that makes sense. If you're on drugs and you're alcoholic and you're drinking and stuff like that, then maybe put some protection around you, because your mindset's not right, if that makes sense. And that's what I think with the protection stuff. And I'll leave it there.
I actually do put
all right, guys, I'm gonna
myself.
I'm just trying to figure out what to star and stuff, just because obviously this is pretty difficult. All right, so this one is a good one. How do I straighten my spiritual gifts? I don't know who you are, that Facebook user. How do I straighten my spiritual gifts? My daughter can see spirits but can't hear them, and I can hear them but can't see them. She's only 12. Okay, this is a really good question. Who wants to answer this one?
We both will. Go on, Ben. You're first now.
We both will. Amazing. Thanks, Chantal. We'll both
I'm sort of, to be honest with you, I'm sort of ignoring the two of you tonight just to focus on the best I can do. So you guys just do your thing, and I'll just
cool. Into this. Let's do it, Ben. We've got this. Okay,
Chantal, fantastic. Just what your daughter's got and what you haven't got, I would just concentrate on what you do have. And I want you to be alert with that and be positive about what you do. And, when you first start, some people are very visual, some people hear things, some people, and eventually when you tap into that, well, that's like a muscle, and you'll learn that, and all of a sudden it will change. And Chantal and I have already spoke about how it's changed for us over the time. So when your little girl's working how she is and she's seeing spirit and stuff like that, fantastic. But you know what? Hearing spirit is amazing as well, or if feeling spirit is amazing. So I wouldn't worry about what you're not getting. I would concentrate on what you're getting, because eventually that'll change. I remember when I first started, and I'll end it in a minute. When I first started, I used to see the lights over people, and I knew I was going to that person. There could be 50 people in the audience, but a light would go to that person, and I knew where I was going. Then all of a sudden that disappeared. So I had to trust in a different way. So I think that just as you develop, it will always change anyway. And I'll leave it there. Thanks, Chantal.
No, you're doing a great job, because that's exactly right, darling. When I started, I could see like just a figure on the side, and I knew what they were wearing and things like that. But then as I'm getting wiser, I don't like to use the word older, but who cares? I don't even look 52. That's cool. Or that I'm a grandma. But I now feel more than anything, and I can literally automatically change, and I can translate that feeling. So it's like a different language, and I can translate what they're saying. What you and your daughter are going, I call it the journey. You're going through your own journey. Don't worry too much, but be grateful, because you're giving a gift, so just embrace it. And the more you worry, the more you block. We talk about energy, and we also talk about chakras, and we talk about the law of attraction, everything that you want to talk. Spirit is energy too. So they will come in the form that they will feel comfortable, and you will see them whichever way, but constantly changes. And we're going to have these changes till the day we die. They're always changing. We're always learning. You never get to a stage in your life that you're it. No, it's always evolving, and we're always evolving with it.
Well said.
All right, let's go to
Thank you, Ben.
another one. Facebook user. Can you talk about transitioning to spirit?
Yeah, awesome. Oh, sorry, Chantal, I shouldn't jump the gun. Transition to spirit, like, are you talking about when we pass as into spirit? Yeah. Because when we pass away, I believe in, and obviously some meanings think differently, but when we pass, we're there like that instantly. We're in the spirit instantly. I don't believe that we're trapped and things like that, because I've heard that stuff like that. I feel like that we're instantly in the spirit world. And I haven't personally, but I know some mediums, very good quality mediums that have read people, and they've brought someone through who have just passed, and the person they're reading didn't even realise they're passed. So they were there, right there and then. So I believe that the transition is instantly. And I feel like that when we pass, we're greeted by people that we know. So we're not on our own, if that makes sense. And I'll leave it there. Yeah. Thanks, Chantal.
You look, when we they're never alone. They've got family waiting for them, and it's the most. My background is nursing. I did palliative care nurse 18 years, and the things that I saw and the energy I felt in the rooms pretty much, sums it up. That they're not alone. When we are spirit, the spirit energy again. When the spirit goes into the body, it becomes soul. So it's that quick how it happens. So the minute the person does go, sometimes they're in halfway leaving and coming, because they are seeing the loved ones on the other side, and they talk to them. As a nurse, I could hear them. Oh, g'day, Gary. It's been a while. Now, who was Gary? It was her brother. So she's starting to see the people that are coming to see them before they go. And then out of nowhere, this is very, very common. I would go because the buzzer went on to see another person, come back, they've gone. Sometimes they wait for the nurse, for the family to leave, so they can do that at their own time. Does that explain as well? And I hope that helped you.
Amazing. Okay, so let's go to another one. This is a question. Do family members come back in our own children? I think that's like a sort of, again, Facebook user, whoever you are, hi, Facebook user. Do family members come back in our own children? Good question. What do you guys think about that?
Well, I'm on the fence about reincarnation, so I don't think so personally. I don't think so. But that's just what I think. With the evidence and stuff like that, I'm not sure. So I really don't know. I don't think so, to be honest with you. But some other people say this is an old soul when they have children. It looks like an old soul. So yeah, I'm on the fence about that. I really haven't got the 100% answers for that question. Would they come back as our children? I don't think so. That's just what I think. What do you think, Chantal?
Look, I think similar, but I have heard stories too, because I haven't studied like philosophy in that depth, to be quite honest. But a lot of people say, I feel that my grandson is my dad, and I think, oh, okay, I don't, I'm sitting in the fence just like you.
Yeah.
But I do believe that we do come back, but in different roles. Maybe I was the daughter or things like that. I've read on it. I've studied on it. but I cannot guarantee that 100%. I will
Well said.
only, I can't, because it's
Yeah.
not like being a medium. We know when someone's passed away. Why? Because we see them. If we don't see them, they're probably not dead yet. They're not, deceased. They haven't gone nowhere because we can't connect. Does that make sense? So to see someone that is in somebody else's, I can't give you that evidence. I can't say that it's true. And I'm on the fence as well about that. Because when my girl was born, she's 23. Oh my gosh, she walked out of me, that one. She's, she was such an old soul, still is. And she acts like my mother. God bless her. She's doing nursing as well. I love you, Ashley, by the way. I know you're watching. But she is an old soul. She is just, But I wouldn't say this is my grandmother or my great-grandmother, because I can't prove that. I can't see it.
Yeah.
But she does feel she's been in this life before, because she gets a lot of those things. So that's where I say we do come back. But to the same family, to the same thing, I can't answer that one myself.
All right, amazing. And again, sorry guys, I'm only
All
really
good, mate.
partially listening to the two of you, if I'm being honest. But everyone else is listening, which is what's important. I'm just trying to navigate this the best that I can. Okay, let me choose this person again, Facebook user. How do spirits know what is going on with our lives?
Good question.
They're always with us. Look at me now. You want to go, Ben? Go for it.
No, you can go first this time, Chantal. I always jump the gun. You go first. You're right.
Okay. We know they're always with you, but they've got other things to do as well. So they're not 24/7 with you. Okay, I want to let you know that for sure. However, they come when you need them the most, when you are suffering, when you're in pain, or you miss them. They know. Okay. This is my belief, and this is what I've seen. How do we as medium know? Because every time you come for a reading, they're there. I describe them how they lived in the physical form because they show me. I can smell if they smoked. I can smell tobacco. If they had diabetics, what I've got, it's called clear senses. So I taste metallic in my mouth. It's iron. And I go, did he have diabetics? Yeah. So that is how I know they are with you, because when you come for a reading with me, they will be with you. My job as a medium is to describe them how they lived in the physical form, whether it's only physically or with what they did in life whilst here.
Also,
Ben, take it over.
What I believe, the spirit world is an intelligent being. We all agree with that. And spirit is an intelligent being. So I believe that they've obviously got, I don't know what they do in the spirit world, but I know that they come and see what we're doing. I feel like they're advanced, they're in front of us, they know what's going on way before us. I feel like it's free will, so they can't get involved too much with us, but they can tell us what's happening at different times, but they can't live our lives for us. But I believe that if you put yourself in their shoes, and I've got kids like Chantal, and if I was in the spirit world, I know I will be checking up on my kids as well. I'll be making sure they're doing. I'll be doing what I can in the other side of the world, like in the universe, in the spirit world. I'll be doing what I can on that side to help my kids as much as I can. So as a medium, we pick up information and we give evidence, factual evidence that they're around you. Like Chantal said about passings and whatever you're doing, the spirit world will give that information for us to give to you. Now, if I'm a medium and I read someone and I don't bring a loved one through that you're waiting for, now that doesn't mean that they're not watching over you. All it means is that maybe my awareness isn't picking that up. So they'll be still around you, but my awareness isn't picking up. So one of the questions at the beginning was about training and stuff like that, and about how we see spirit and stuff. And that's why we push ourselves. That's why our awareness is here, and that's why we push ourselves further, just so we can get that evidence to prove that your loved ones are watching around you. I'll leave it there. Thanks, Chantal.
Yeah, that's so true, Ben. Yeah. And not only that, sometimes they will come, sometimes they're stronger characters themselves, like Granny who spoke the loudest, but Grandpa always watched her talk. They come like that character, the same. And then you'll see your grandfather behind not talking, and you'll say, hang on, I've got a grandfather as well, but he's not talking much. It's like just your grandmother. They would laugh and they're typical. And I said, well, nothing's changed.
Well said.
Okay, perfect. All right, let me go with Okay, so by the way, everyone, we figured out what has happened tonight, and we will be able to fix it for next week. So that's good news.
Beautiful.
So we'll just continue doing these, and then we'll wrap up. Okay. Let me go with a Facebook user, but who has said hi. This is Teresa. Hi, Teresa.
Hi, Teresa.
You look a little bit different.
You don't look at all like
on our
you.
end. On our end, at the moment this week, you look a little bit different. Hi, this is Teresa's question. Can a child be your spirit guide? Okay, good question as well.
Did you want to go first, Chantal?
I feel that anybody can, even your dog can be a spirit guide. Spirit are smart, like we were talking before. You know, you've got your dog, you've got your cat, you've got your horses, you've got even fishes. You know, they're always going to be there. A spirit guide, we have many of them through the journey of our life, the one that we're born. Spirit, when we go to school, when we work, when we go to through our life journey, there's so many different ones. And yes, we can have a child that looks after us. Do you know how many times I have read and then there's a child just there standing, walking around, and it happened to be someone that they lost, you know, in a particular accident, a child, and now they're there. So they're with them. Guiding, like, you know, we were saying before, you know, it's all free will as well. We don't, they don't tell us what to do, and we have to do our own thing, but they do protect us in different ways. And that is sometimes giving us a bit of the gut feeling not to do something. You know, that's your solar plex. It is important that you learn about your chakras when it comes to, I believe that, I don't know what Ben feels about that, but I believe that it's really important that we learn about our chakras because they're energy spinning wheels. So we can tell the difference between all the different energies around us. You've got your human energy, you've got your spirit energy, and you've got your own energy. And it's good that you define which is which. But yeah, I do believe that spirit will always be with you, whether they're little children or animals.
Can I say something? That was probably one of the only things tonight that I've actually sort of paid attention to. Just because of what I've been trying to do with the thing. I really liked what you just said, Chantal, about the chakras.
Thank you.
I just wanted to just add something to that. From a spiritual perspective, which is a higher plane of the psychic and mediumship, I'm talking more from a spiritual perspective, much higher frequency. The chakras actually are so important, and people actually don't realize the mechanism that they play in to spirituality, which again, beyond mediumship, beyond psychic ability, and it sort of integrates with Christianity, Hinduism, Judaism. It's actually embedded in ancient spiritual texts. So we're talking about ancient, you know, we're talking about the Bible, the Vedas, the Kabbalah, all of that. It actually all correlates really back to the system that chakras actually
of the energy, the spinning wheels,
the whole system. It's a whole system. So you just touched on that, and a lot of psychics and mediums don't like touching on that, but which is interesting. And when I heard you say that, I thought, oh my God, you've nailed it, because you know, it is so important that people do integrate that, because it's actually
100%.
You nailed. I really liked when you said that. Like I heard that. I thought, oh my God, you nailed that one. Oh, sorry, Ben.
I teach that as well. You know,
amazing.
Barry. I said the first thing you want to do before you get into the next level, or you know, learn your chakras and how to use them and how to protect yourself. I know that Ben
was
saying earlier he doesn't use protection. I do, because I protect my energy.
People who do yoga like learn about chakras as well, because it's mind, body, spirit, and
correct.
Whereas mediumship is only spirit, right? It's not mind, it's not body. So when you look at chakras, it's the whole encompassing.
Mind,
it's
body,
like a wheel.
spirit. Okay, so you've got your first, you've got your third eye, and your crown chakra is connected to the universe.
Yeah, I love that.
You've got your throat chakra, you've got your heart chakra, and you've got your solar plex, which is connected to you within. And then you've got your sacred chakra, and your root chakra is connected to Mother Earth down. So all of that has a purpose for a meaning. Especially when we bring spirit, we need to know how to learn.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Cut cords so that we don't carry the energy. And I do protect myself, because I don't want to come home feeling. And we've got great spirits that look after ourselves, but I still protect myself.
I want to know Ben's. I want to know Ben's thing because he was talking about.
Yeah, Ben, go for it, darling.
Ben, what about you? What about you? So, do you want to answer that question about the children thing, or do you want to talk about?
I believe that they become spiritual helpers, not spiritual. Yeah, I just think they only become spiritual helpers because I know that my spirit team. I know my father's passed away, and even though I didn't have a relationship with him, and even though I didn't speak to him for 8 years. I know that he's a spiritual helper, though. Occasionally I see him and he pops in at the right times. That's what I believe. So as a child, be your spirit, your guide and stuff like that. I don't think so, but I know that they'll be a spiritual helper and they'll do their best to help you, so to speak. That's what I believe.
I love that.
And with the sharkers and that, and I've heard a lot about the stuff with sharkers and things like that. I hear a lot of people say, oh, your sharkers are blocked. I know it sounds funny, but I think if your sharkers are blocked, you should be dead then, because I feel like that your spirit team behind you are looking after all that sharker stuff. I don't think it's us looking after that. I think it's your spirit team looking after that. So I feel like that with me personally, with my mind, I'm just concentrating on trying to be out the way so spirit can use me as a vessel. So I feel like behind the scenes, if there's anything to do with the sharkers in it, I feel like that the spirit team will be looking after that, if that makes sense. And I hear a lot of mediums say, oh, your chakras are blocked or this is blocked. I don't really think so. I think that if it is, the spirit team would organise that, if that makes sense. I'll leave it there. Bit of concept.
That was interesting. That was interesting. That was interesting. Yeah, no, I think for me, I come from a more of a, let's say, spiritual perspective, religious perspective, spiritual perspective, and I think. When you look at the ancient texts like the Bible, the Vedas, and the Kabbalah, it all really does integrate around that. So I think I wrote about this in my book, the Christian sacraments, the tree of life, the tree of life in the Kabbalah, and the Hindu chakras, they all correlate to life lessons that are sort of about our journey here. And I think that's why it's beyond just this blockage that you're saying that you hear people talk about, Ben. I think it's beyond blockages or whatever people might say. I think it's a spiritual, it's rooted in spirituality. It's much deeper than blocks. It's more,
I grew up with the Catholic environment, but I'm a spiritualist. I believe in everything that's good within and that you give, okay? And in the Bible, there's a saying, God will help you if you help yourself.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
So for me, that's where the chakras come in. I'm going to also respect my energy, 7 spinning wheels and chakras, apart from them helping. So I'm not going to give all that weight to them because I'm a helper as well. It's like going to work. I come to work, my employees are not going to shower me after work,
I think what Ben was touching on was he was saying he's heard people say blockages and stuff. And I think I've heard that too.
I've heard that too, and I do believe that. That's when people say throat chakra. That means I feel that you're not speaking out the truth. You're properly blocked. Where can we fix that?
There's also symbolism. There's also symbolism behind that as well. Like,
absolutely.
And I think,
but everyone does it differently. And I'm with you, Harry, and I've always been like that.
Yeah,
and
I think so too.
I feel that it works good for me.
I want to touch on something Ben said. You know how, Ben, you were saying that you'll let your spirit helpers like look after all of that? I think sometimes there's like limitations with that. Like, not like, let's just say beyond the chakras and stuff. It's when people don't take personal responsibility. So a lot of people that I've met on the spiritual path have said, oh, I don't do anything. I'll just let spirit look after everything. But that means that you're not taking responsibility in your own life, because at the end of the day, you're a physical body in a physical world. You can't rely completely on a spiritual thing. That's why the mind, the body, spirit is all connected. Because if you exist in a physical world and you're just floating in spirits, it's how do you exist in a physical realm? And I think that's where sometimes people go wrong, I think. Ben, do you agree? Do you think sometimes people do that?
Yeah, I'm talking about when you're working with spirit though, but
I got it. I totally got what you were saying. That's why I sort of wanted to. Yeah.
Probably working with spirit, but I think that it's a relationship. It's a trusting, and the more you have that relationship with spirit, I mean, the more that you can focus on other things. And That's just what I believe anyway. But I feel like that I'm always open to other ideas, and I'm always open to everything else as well. But I feel like that when what works for you, so to speak.
Yeah.
And I'm open to everything, and I'm like Chantal. I've read so much, and I've listened to so much, and I've listened to Harry. I've listened to you. I've listened to a lot of mediums talk. The UK mediums, USA mediums, and on YouTube. I've listened to. I've been to a couple of lectures too about that sort of stuff. So I'm very open-minded. But
Amazing.
I know how it works for me as well.
Yeah, exactly. And I think everyone does work differently, but I think the mind, body, spirit, a lot of mediums forget about the mind and the body.
Yeah.
And they just focus on spirit. And then like a lot of people who focus on the mind forget about the body and the spirit.
Yeah.
And then a lot of people that focus on the body forget about the mind and the spirit. That's why it's a relationship.
Correct. I love that word. It's a relationship. Yeah.
It is. It's a relationship between all of them. And I think that's why, when you merge mental health with spiritual health, with physical health, you really do see a huge difference. It's like, if you want to look after your body, maybe certain foods are good for you. Spirit won't look after that. You know what I mean? You've got to look after the body. So so I think it's interesting when we look at that, isn't it? I love that. That was a really good combo, by the way.
Very good.
That was a very good one.
I could keep going.
That was good. I liked that. I'm glad I paid attention to that part. That was good. Okay. Let's go with another one. That was great. All right. Let's go with. Hold on. Okay. This would be a good question again for both of you. And what do you reckon about this one? A Facebook user has been told that they're very spiritual and can hear spirits talk. I've never heard this, however. How would I learn to listen? So Facebook user, again, we don't know who you are. I've been told I'm very spiritual and I can hear spirits talk to me. I've never heard this, however, how would I learn to listen? Okay, what do you guys reckon? Is there a way to develop?
I'm just confused when she says, I've never heard of these, but
I reckon let's change the question a little bit. Would you this is actually a good way to ask this. Every person works differently, like Ben was sort of touching on, right? Some people will see, some people will hear, some people will feel, some people will know, some people taste, some people smell, some people it's sort of a combination. Would you agree that sometimes not everyone has the same strength? For example,
absolutely,
if someone can,
100%. She's clear audio. That's
clear audio. Okay, so clairaudient is when
you're
hear.
A clear audio. So how do you develop that? You need to trust the journey, okay? Because after clear audio, you might get then other things that will open up. Okay, so you go, oh, 1 minute I could hear, I don't hear anymore, but I can see now. So spirit show you and give you little bits and pieces. So we're always learning. We're students here. I would say that just don't overthink it. And whenever you hear something, just write it down for now and see how that could be related to what you're doing at the time.
Oh, I like that.
You heard that. Are you
what
with
about you,
someone?
Ben?
Sorry?
What I was just going to ask Ben. What about you, Ben? Do you think it's something that they should develop and focus on if they're more clairaudient, like Chantal was saying, or do you think if they're not, should they try to force something that they're not, or should they focus on what their strength is?
It's a good way to put it, Harry. Like, so straight away when you say you hear spirit or you want to hear spirit, it's just like me working as a medium. I worked on Friday at Neutral Bay, and
nice.
I don't normally hear spirit at all. I hear it in my mind, and just before they introduced me, I actually heard a lion roar, and I went, "Oh my God, I heard a lion roar." And it was the first time I've heard a lion roar. And in my mind, I'm thinking to myself, is that a zoo? Like, where am I going? I knew I was going to have to get my face straight away because I heard a lion roar. No one's got a lion in the spirit world. But I heard it. It felt like that I heard it exterior. I really did. But spirit hasn't got a voice. They haven't got a nose. They haven't got eyes. So it's an energy. But they show us in a way that we will hear. And so if you're focusing on one thing, you're going to miss out on all this other stuff. It's like a long time ago, I was constantly focusing on names, for instance.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden I said to myself, well, if spirit's going to give me names, they'll just give it to me. Just concentrate on what I'm getting. So if to hear things, just relax and do whatever you've got already. And then it's like sitting in your power or making an appointment with spirit and talk to them about that and let them know. But don't wait for that. Just do what you're doing and what they're giving you. But and I think that's a strength that will come eventually.
Yeah. And it's constantly changing.
I like that. That was well said, the two of you. Look at all this information. Okay, again, Facebook user, again, as we've said about 5,000 times, this is the best that we can do tonight on our end. Facebook user has said, I've been told I have healing abilities. How do I know where to begin? Are either of you healers, by the way? I've never asked either of you this. Are either of you healers? Are either of you healers?
I think we are healers if we are mediums, because we're giving people that clarity and peacefulness. So we're healing in that way. But no, I personally don't do the healing thing.
Yep.
I don't. And that's because I choose not to.
Yes.
I just stick to my own strength. You know, when I first started understanding my journey, I was very blessed to know a lady who invited me to a church called Spiritual Church. And in those churches, there are many people who are mind-minded. They had training for mediumship, psychic, card reading, spiritual healers. And then people started going to these things and they were educating about the energy on the hands and how you can heal. Reiki. Or you can just heal someone with your own hands, because when we do mediumship, I'm sure this would happen to you as well, Harry.
They're hot.
And the hands are
hot.
So that's the energy that we're sending, right? So we put our hands over the head and we are healing. That's what it is. That is my understanding.
I like
but
that.
Other people do the whole chakra healing where they start doing the scanning. How do you start? Start getting yourself involved in spiritual churches.
I love that.
Books, read books. And, you know, they don't charge a lot. They just probably charge $5, and it's just to keep, you know, the coffee and tea and toilet paper going.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Because Ben, don't you do a lot of work at spiritual churches?
I do. So I'm I probably do 30 churches a year. So I'm quite busy. So and with the healing, like Chantal, like I stay in my own lane, but with the healing, obviously, because we're mediums and we give healing with the messages we give from the people's loved ones. If you're interested in Facebook user, if you're interested in doing healing and that, like Chantal said, look it up. If you feel like that's your calling, look it up. You make the initiative to do that. And then what will happen is that it will come forward. And like they say, when the student's ready, the teacher will appear. So that will happen for you. And I think to myself personally that those healers are amazing. I've had people do the Reiki on me, and to me, it's amazing. Wow. Do I do it? Not really, because my mindset's for something else. I'm so busy doing other things, but I like the healing aspect of the thing anyway. So I'll leave it there.
Nice. That was good. I like how you said that, Ben, how you focus on your own lane and your sort of specialty. And I like that. And that sort of touched also on what we were saying to the other person who was talking about hearing things and stuff. You know, you focus on your strength. You know, you don't have to worry about what you don't get as opposed to what you do get. Yeah, I like that. You guys are on fire tonight. It's amazing.
Am I going red? I'm feeling hot. My room right now is.
No, you look great. Is it hot?
Well,
it's the energy that we're doing with creating.
He's wearing a red shirt. Ben, I just want to share this. I have no idea who it is. A Facebook user said, I saw Ben in Newtown on Tuesday at church.
Oh, wonderful. That was, I did meet her. She's absolutely lovely. Sorry, I can't remember your name, but I did speak to her.
Anyway.
She was amazing. And thank you for coming. That was amazing.
Oh, that's really nice. Amazing. Okay, so thank you, whoever you are. Again, okay, let's maybe touch on another one, and then and thank you all so much. I mean, to be honest, this has actually been a really good show, considering none of us can see any of the people. This has actually done pretty well. It's been pretty good, and people, again, they're all really enjoying it. No idea who they are, but what's really funny is when this finishes, we will all be able to go back and watch it, and when we watch it, we'll see all their names because they can all see each other. We just can't.
Sorry, Harry. That lady's name was Veronica.
Oh, Veronica. Oh, we know Veronica. Yeah. Hey, Veronica. Amazing. Yeah, Veronica's lovely. She's always on here. Yeah, she is
Yeah.
lovely.
She's lovely.
Oh, yeah, she's lovely. Okay, let's just have a look at another one. Oh, this is a good question. Facebook user again. By the way, as I said, when we get off this, we're all going to laugh because we're going to be able to go on the page and everyone's names and questions are going to pop up, and we're all going to be like, "Oh, that's that person. Oh, that was that person. Oh, that was that person." Yeah, because right now we're in the production screen, and this is the best that we get. So, Facebook user has said, when you read, do you actually see the person you're reading about, or do they just talk to you? This is similar to what they were asking about the hearing and the seeing. Okay, what do you guys specialize in? What's your specialty?
Did you want to go, Chantal?
No, you can go, Ben.
Okay. Well, it depends. So, like we said before, when I'm reading, I'll see certain things in my mind, and it depends what I'm doing. Say if I'm doing an audience, so to speak. Let's say there's 50 people there. So let's say I've got 2 hours to read. Well, the spirit, they know that I may need to read, 10 people. Maybe a little bit more, but 10 people. So that's a lot of energy to use to show me some spirit person and stuff like that. So most of the time I'll see it straight in my mind, and sometimes it'll be like a recognition of someone else, and then it'll be like that, so to speak. So I might see someone that I know, and then it will be very similar to that. And so spirit will show me in different ways. Do I always see spirit? No, I don't. Not always. But sometimes I'll see different things, like I might see someone's arm, and as I see that arm in my mind, it draws me to their watch, or I might see a chain, or like when I read at Neutral Bay yesterday, as I was reading the lady, I seen her red hair, so I knew that her mum had red hair, and so they showed me that in my mind. Am I seeing it outside with my eyes open? Probably not. It's still in my mind. Occasionally I do see spirit outside my mind, but normally it's before I'm doing the work. It's like they're coming to check up on me and make sure that I'm okay, or I call them queue jumpers. Sometimes they jump the queue because they know that I'm not going to get through everyone, so they come in for. So the answer to that question, we don't always see spirit. Most of the time we just sense it. Well, me personally, most of the times we just sense it, but when I do, it's normally just in my mind, if that helps.
Nice.
Thanks.
Yep. What about you, Chantal? I like that. That was a good answer.
Yeah, you see them through your third eye. I'm going to get into my chakra here.
Yes, third eye chakra, yeah. Oh, I love that.
When I was younger, I used to see them, and I thought there were people there, and then they're gone, As I'm getting wiser, not older, now it's more energy, feel, and telepath, so I can have a conversation that way. Like Ben said, they can show me hands, rough, work, woodwork. I would know that person used to work with wood. So that is, and you know what, I'll tell you quickly. Yesterday I had a big event, because I do a lot of private events where I'm booked out. And a lady, the spirit, the mother of the girl that I was reading for, I'm saying all these things to her, and then out of nowhere, and I go, "You got a rabbit?" They just cracked up laughing. All I saw was the rabbit ear, really long ear. And I go, "And it's got long ears. It's one of those." And they laughed. They said, "Yes." So they're the things that spirit show. Yeah, they're the things that spirit show us. That's significant only for the reader. For the sitter, because that is the connection that we have. Do I see them now? Not like I used to when I was young. Now I have a different relationship with spirit. And I do tell them, I say, "All right, guys," I talk to them like they're there, I go, "Right, guys, we've got a show today. Your family want to hear from you. Everybody line up. Don't all come at once. When it's your turn, that's when you pop in." And I have that before it used to be everywhere. I kind of organized it, but no, I don't see them like I used to, but they show me bits and pieces that's relevant. Just like
amazing. Thank you guys so much for this. I will.
One thing quickly. I think too that as you're developing and as you're growing, it becomes so subtle that you don't need to see it a full image. It becomes so subtle. So as we're developing, when we first started, I used to think, I wish the links were stronger, but then I realised it becomes very subtle. So we don't need to see the whole figure.
And you know what? Also, Ben, what I think it is, we also become more comfortable with it.
Trust. That's right.
That's the trust. You let go of the fear. Is it or isn't it, or is it me? Because we've gone through like yourself, that we start learning to know the difference, and we start trusting that we feel comfortable and confident enough.
Fabulous, the two of you. I'm going to let the two of you go. Good night to the two
Oh,
of
is
you.
that it?
Chantal,
Yeah, that's
see
it. We did
Chantal.
it. We did it.
See Harry.
Bye,
We did
Ben.
it.
Bye,
We did it.
Harry.
Chantal.
And
Bye,
you take
the two of
care.
you.
Bye, everybody.
Hey, guys.
Good work.
Bye.
Good work. Bye, guys. They were wonderful. They did it. Now, I just want to let everyone know, by the way, the phone numbers and the website, again, as this was a totally different show. So the website is psychictvinternational.com. The phone numbers are in Australia, 02907 10199. In the US, 19143737 And our mobile number worldwide is +61 4888 25177. If you would like a reading with one of the psychics, you can give them a call. Chantal's PIN number is 9103. Ben's PIN number is 9166. Natalie's PIN number is 9810. And Amanda's PIN number is 9134. So give them a call and have a reading over the phone. And again, as I said, it's psychictvinternational.com. That is the website. And thank you all so much for working with us with our technical issues that, as you all know, we couldn't see anyone apart from Facebook user. That was everyone's name and no one had photos. But you know what? It was actually a very informative night. So whoever asked those great questions, thank you all so much. And again, we don't know who you are. But the great thing for you, the viewers, is you were able to see all your comments yourselves, because on your end on the Facebook page you were able to, but on our end on the producers stream we didn't have that access. So like I said to the guys, maybe after the show go on and have a look at who was asking those questions, because you'll see them then. But that was the best that we could do, and I think we did pretty well. So next week we will be back, and I'm pretty sure I figured out how to fix the issue. So I will be hosting next weekend as well. So I'll be back next Saturday. So I did tonight. I'll do next Saturday as well, which is my normal. Tonight was my extra because I didn't do last week. And I'm pretty sure I would have figured out how to fix that. And hopefully we will be able to see you wonderful people. So thank you so much, and God bless. And I'll see you next Saturday. Good night, everyone.